Hello Guardians, it's me Hunter Gunslinger here, back with a brand new video. Today I'm going to be talking about the review for Destiny 2. So if you guys do like these type of content, always much appreciate to hit that like button down below and leave a comment down below what you think about Destiny 2 so far. Now Destiny 2's review is basically everything that I played so far. I know everybody had their early reviews in the months of September, just mostly about the game, the campaign mode, and of course the in-game content. But for me, I want to do like a full review of everything that I played so far, like the faction rally, the Iron Banner, and all that good stuff. I want to test those out before I did a review to kind of see if it's still like a finished game or an unfinished game. Now you guys are probably wondering what's so special about Destiny 2. It's from the makers of Bungie of the acclaimed hit game of Destiny. Came across another sequel which is called Destiny 2. It's an action shooter that takes an epic journey across the solar systems, and that's pretty much it. In Destiny 1, you went through pretty much throughout the whole solar system. Where Saturn, you had Mercury, you had Pluto, you had this, you had that. So I'm just joking, but you had a lot of planets in Destiny 1 that you kind of went through, like the Moon, Earth, Venus, and Mars, and of course the reef itself, meaning the comet belt around the solar system. But now in Destiny 2 you have more extra planets. You had Nexus, you had Io. They're mostly like small little planet-sized moons around Saturn, around you know, Mars and all that good stuff. Those are like those little small planets around the big planets. Basically, humanity's last city has fallen to an overrun invasion force led by Gaul and his commander in brutal Red Legion. To defeat the Red Legion and confront Gaul, you must reunite humanity scattered across the solar system, stand together, fight back against Gaul, fight back against the Red Legion, and take back the last city on Earth. Now, he did took imprisonment of course, the speaker. He feels like the speaker is the main source of the light. He wants the speaker to speak to the traveler, to speak to the light, to give him light, to give him power, to be like this magnificent being throughout the solar system. But the speaker just speaks for him. He don't speaks for the traveler. He speaks for what the traveler thinks. So basically, you want to put it in that sense. He's just basically, he's nothing. I mean, yes, he can kidnap the speaker or whatever, but the speaker wasn't the main source of how to communicate with the traveler. He just speak what to the traveler think he is the traveler's thinking. The traveler is the main source. Gaul had to speak to the traveler to understand its power. And Gaul is thirsty, he's begging, and he's trying to like get into the speaker, telling him to talk to the traveler, give me the lights. But the speaker is like, bro, that's not how it works, okay? You know, certain people get the light. Yo ass ain't getting this shit, so I'm sorry. But the campaign throughout the whole story and throughout the whole campaign was really, there was a lot of action packed. There was a lot of story, there was a lot of cutscenes, which they did promise, a lot of hours of cutscenes, and they kind of did that. In Destiny 1 there wasn't much cutscenes, I can tell you that right now, especially like year 1 players. We kind of remember there wasn't really much cutscenes in Destiny 1. There was a few cutscenes in Destiny 2 and the Rise of Iron. They kind of like, you know, boosted up a little bit, but this time around in Destiny 2 they kind of boosted up a little bit more, a lot more cutscenes in that part, which is a big improvement. The campaign was fun for me. I give them an A+ on that. It was a much big improvement in Destiny 1, because Destiny 1 didn't have much campaign until like the Taken King, the the DLCs kind of give it that whole aspect. They introduced new characters into the Destiny 2 platform. My favorite one so far has to be Failsafe. Like, her slick little attitude that she has is the main reason why I kind of like her. There's Hawthorne, and of course there's the other guy. What's his name? Not Devon K. The other guy on fucking Io. I forgot his name. But anyways, there's those characters too, and you know, in introducing those characters is pretty amazing. You know, to see that, you know, there's new characters, there's new vendors you can visit. That's exciting. But I wish that they brought back the old vendors like the Reef. But I think the Reef part is coming back into Destiny 2 DLC pack, which is the Trials of Osiris one. Because don't forget, Brother Vance is on the Reef, so I won't be surprised if Petra and the Awoken make their appearance throughout the DLC. Now that's going to be later down the road. The in-game content so far in Destiny 2, as far as like the adventures, the quest lines, the Trials of 9, the Iron Banner, the raid, Right now, I give them a C minus. Some of you guys are probably wondering, why do you give them a C minus? Now, the in-game content, like the quest lines, the adventures, they were fun. They were really cool to do. There were lots of action you can do in those quest lines, and of course the adventures. They were really fun. Once you completed that, you're pretty much done. Then you have like Flashpoint. Flashpoint kind of help you boost up your gear. And then you have the clan XPs that really help you out in situations. That was fun too. But as far as like the Iron Banner itself and the Trials of 9, the Trials of 9, I won't say it's not really my favorite. I like the Trials of Osiris better. The Trials of 9, it's fun. It's a fun game. I like it. I like the armor. I like the weapons that they have in the game. No doubt in my mind. It's a really good game mode, but there's one little problem that I'm having with the Trials of 9, and that's the glitch problem that they're having right now. The Trials of 9 is not available this Friday because of glitching issues. Now, Destiny 2 was a fun game. It really was a much big improvement in Destiny 1, okay, because Destiny 1 was getting there, but wasn't the quite finishing product. Destiny 2 was a big step up. They did put a lot of hours into the effort to make this game better than it was the first original game. But the glitching part and the whole, you know, this and that and everything, everybody's finding all kinds of glitches to kind of get through the game. And they really need to fix that. The only thing I don't like about Destiny 2 is not having the connection bar where you can let you know see that the player's connection is not so good or is it bad, and kind of let them know like, look, this person's connection is not good. You can't report those players to let them know like this person's connection is bad. I wish they had that in Destiny 2 as far as Crucible part, and it's kind of killing the Crucible a little bit. As far as the 4-on-4 matchups in most game mode settings, it's okay. I really don't like it for Clash mode. I definitely don't like it for the Iron Banner. It was pretty much a turn off with the Iron Banner with the whole 4-on-4 concept. It's for some reason 4-on-4 concept is not fitting for the Crucible part of Destiny 2. The 6-on-6 was fitting. I can understand that they want to. I guess they want to shrink it down for more casual gamers and kind of do it, I guess, for the server issue. I don't know why they did it. But the Crucible part of Destiny 2 is not fun like how it used to be in Destiny 1. Because in Destiny 1, you pick the playlist you want to play, you go from there. If you want to play Control, you go play Control. If you want to play Clash, you can go and play Clash. But no, it goes by like the reset date of Destiny by saying like, hey, for the new reset date, you have Control, or you have Countdown, or you have Survivor mode. And sometimes those people might not like those type of game modes. So for me, for the Crucible part, it's like a D at this point, not having like the freedom to kind of try out different game modes. Like, if somebody want to try out different game modes, but they have to wait for next week's reset date to play that game mode. So I think that's a turn off about the Crucible part. As far as the Iron Banner part as like an in-game content, it's still not perfect. In Destiny 1, it was okay. It wasn't perfect setting until like the Rise of Iron, to like they change up the gear and all that good stuff, and you know, seeing a different vendor on that part, it was fun. It was a fun game mode. But as far as like in Destiny 2 with the whole 4-on-4 concept, for some reason it wasn't working. I mean, I was grinding it out, getting the token system. It just was a complete turnoff for me with the whole token system for the Iron Banner, and not buying like, you know, one of the gears from the vendor itself. You know, sometimes I do miss that. I do kind of miss the bounty parts of Destiny, not emphasizing Destiny 2, because that would give it a lot more in-game content. At this point, Destiny 2 is a really great game, but there were some negative flaws into Destiny 2 as far as like the Crucible part. I think the Crucible part of Destiny 2 is kind of ruining the game itself. A lot of people are not playing the Crucible because it's not how it is back in Destiny 1, where you could just go and try out different game modes. For me, Destiny 2 was a really great game. Like I said, every game is not going to be perfect. Every game is going to have its flaws. And Destiny 2 still has some flaws in it, but it was a much better improvement than it was in Destiny 1. Now, for me, the rating that I give Destiny 2 at this point, I give it an 8 at this point. Some people give it an 8, some people give it an 8.5, some people give it a 9. I'm pretty surprised, because a lot of people said that it was a much better improvement than it was this time around in Destiny 1. So at this point, I give Destiny 2 an 8 for everything that they improve in this game, and hopefully in the future they improve it a lot more better. I thought that they kind of learned from that lesson instead of going back to the drawing board again. but everybody makes their mistakes and I have to learn from the mistakes. Let me know in the comment section down below what rating you would give Destiny 2 at this point. Some people give it a 7 too. I mean, I give it an 8. I mean, that's lucky enough to even get that. But I'm pretty surprised that most people give it a 9 and an 8.5. I'm really surprised. Let me know in the comment section down below what rating you would give it, and what some pros and cons you kind of miss in Destiny 2 that you wish that was emphasized a lot better. My name is Hunter Gunslinger, and I will see you lovely guardians in my next post.